العلم أشراف مطلوب وطالبه لله أكرام من يمشي على قدمه. العلم نور مبين يستضيء به أهل السعادات والجهال في الظلم.
رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا وسيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم في الدرس الأول من دروس الأجرامية أو شرح الأجرامية. So welcome brothers and sisters to the first lesson in a series of lessons pertaining to the book, the explanation of the famous book Ajroomiyah. And many of you, we've already started the book previously, and then unfortunately I had to travel, and I thought that it's best for us to restart the book again from scratch, tajdeedan lil fa'ida, so that we may inshallah benefit, and also tajdeedan lil ma'lumat, to renew the past benefits and the past masail or issues that we studied. So before we actually begin the book, the first thing we have to do is we have to rectify our intention. Okay? We have to rectify our intention. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. The Prophet ﷺ, he says, actions are according to their intentions. Although the Arabic language is not considered to be from the sciences in which a person has to do it for the sake of Allah, but obviously it is best for the person, it is better for the student of knowledge to learn the Arabic language for the right reasons, so that inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless your efforts. So لماذا نتعلم اللغة العربية? Why do we learn the Arabic language? What's the first reason now? Okay, so السبب الأول هو فهم القرآن والسنة. Because the Quran and the Sunnah are both in the Arabic language. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا غَيْرَ ذِي عِوَجٍ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. Okay? So the Quran is in the Arabic language, and if you do not know the Arabic language, then you cannot understand the Quran and the Sunnah. Any other reasons why we learn the Arabic language? نعم. أحسنت. تصحيح الكلام من اللحن أو تصحيح اللسان من اللحن. تصحيح اللسان من اللحن. Okay? To rectify or to correct your tongue from what's known as al-lahn. What's the opposite of al-lahn? Al-nahu. Okay, so the opposite of al-lahn is al-nahu. So to correct your tongue from grammatical errors, from falling into grammatical mistakes and grammatical errors. Okay? Are there any other reasons that you can think of? Any other reasons that is a valid reason for us to learn the Arabic language?
To revive the study of the Arabic language.
أحسنت, نعم. To revive the study of the Arabic language. إحياء اللغة أو إحياء علوم اللغة. To revive the study of the sciences of the language of Arabic. إحياء علوم اللغة. You can also have other intentions, such as you may wish to one day live in an Arabic-speaking country. There's nothing wrong with this intention. Or you could be learning the Arabic language to gain employment in an Arabic-speaking country. For example, if the requirement is to be able to speak Arabic, okay, there is nothing wrong also with that intention. There are many other intentions, inshallah, but نكتفي بهذه الثلاث. We will suffice with these three. The next issue is ما هي مصادر اللغة العربية? What are some of the sources in which, or the references for اللغة العربية? What are some of the references for اللغة العربية? What does that mean? It means يعني where من أين نستمد علوم اللغة? Where do we derive the Arabic sciences? Al-Quran. So مصادر اللغة. Number one, Al-Quran والسنة. So the Quran and the Sunnah are our first reference points. Okay, because there is no lahan in the Quran and the Sunnah. Everything is alhamdulillah in the Quran and Sunnah. Everything. يعني اللغة القرآن والسنة. القرآن حاكم على اللغة والسنة حاكمة على اللغة. Not the vice versa. Okay, the Quran is a judge over the language, and the Sunnah is a judge over the language. Okay, Al-Imam al-Suyuti rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions in his book Sawnul Kalami wal Mantiq, he mentions that the reason or the main reason why people fall into innovation is because of ignorance in the Arabic language. Okay, and he mentions that this is also the opinion of the Salaf Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim, including Al-Imam al-Shafi'i. So as-sabab al-ra'isi, the first reason or the main reason, okay, why people fall into innovation or bid'ah is عدم فهم اللغة, because they do not understand دلالات الألفاظ من الكتاب والسنة. That's one of the reasons. So again, we can also say that one of the reasons why we learn the Arabic language is so that we stick or we adhere more to the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he spoke بكلام عربي مبين. Okay. Are there any other masadir from the sisters? Are there any other masadir من مصادر اللغة? كيف؟ أحسنت. شعر العرب. الشعر. Poetry. So Arabic poetry from which era though? From now or from which particular era? من القرون المفضلة, from the early generation. Okay, even in the Jahiliyyah days. Okay, even before the Risala of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so الشعر is also من مصادر اللغة. Any other مصادر? كيف؟ أحسنت. رسائل العرب. So الشعر, for example, is المعلقات السبع is considered from من مصادر اللغة. It's basically a famous lines of poetry in the pre-Islamic period. Also, رسائل العرب, like for example, the letters that they used to send to each other, their correspondences in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the time of the Sahaba, this era or this period. Okay, these are the masadir al-lugha. So all of the qawa'id and the ahkam that we learn today, such as al-fa'ilu marfu' wal-maf'ul bihi mansub, al-hal, all of these different qawa'id tustamaddu are derived from these sources. Okay, they're derived and they're taken from these sources. So all the ulama rahimahullah ta'ala all they did is they looked at the Quran and the Sunnah, واستخرجوا منها قواعد, and they extracted from the Quran and the Sunnah قواعد and principles. Okay? Okay, I'm going to rub this out, okay? أمسح. The next issue is ما هو موضوعنا, because اللغة العربية, علوم اللغة العربية كثيرة جدا وواسعة. So علوم اللغة العربية منها مثلا النحو, ومنها إيش؟ الصرف, ومنها البلاغة. All of these are types of Arabic languages or Arabic sciences. So you have sarf and you have nahu, and you have balagha. So ما هو موضوعنا؟ موضوعنا. So what's our موضوع? What are we focusing on? We're focusing on النحو. We're focusing on النحو. Okay, so we're not looking at sarf and we're not looking at balagha. We're looking at النحو. Okay, one specific science. And the ta'rif of النحو is عبارة. النحو هو عبارة عن ضبط أواخر الكلم. Okay. So النحو هي عبارة عن ضبط أواخر الكلم. Okay, so نحو basically focuses on the end of words. Okay? وإن شئت, or if you wish, you can say قواعد يعلم بها أحوال أواخر الكلم. Okay? Both, you can say both. وإن كان التعريف الثاني أحسن وأشمل. So the second تعريف is more comprehensive. So نحو is قواعد, basically are principles. يعلم بها, principles that we can use and utilize. أحوال أواخر الكلم, in order to know the situation at the end of words. The situation at the end of words. So مثلا, I'll give you an example. Okay, I repeat again. قواعد, نحو is our principles. Okay, رحمك الله. يعلم بها, we use this قواعد to have knowledge of, we utilize this قواعد to be aware of أحوال أواخر الكلم, the situation at the end of words. Okay, so for example, we have here this word here, ذهب. We have ذهب. Okay? نحو, okay, looks at the end of ذهب, the last letter of ذهب and its situation, which is, what's the last letter of ذهب? The ba. So this is the موضوع of نحو. It doesn't look at the ha and the dal. It doesn't care about the dal and the ha. Okay? Whereas as-sarf looks at all of the letters. Okay? But obviously we're not doing sarf, we're doing nahu. Likewise, if we put, if we say, for example, here we have dhahaba. Okay? Let's put the fi'l mudari' yadhabu. Okay? Nahu looks at the ba here. So as you can see here, the ba has what? A fatha. This is called a fatha. Okay? And here in yadhabu, the ba has on top of it a dhamma. So the hal and the situation has changed. Here you have a fatha, here you have a dhamma. Why has it changed? This is where nahu comes in. Nahu tells you why it has changed. Nahu teaches you qawa'id and principles in which you can use to tell the difference and to know why there is a dhamma on top of the letter, or a fatha on top of the letter, or a kasra on top of the letter. Okay? That's the function of nahu. That's all it does. So for example here, if you put lam here, lam, this changes. This changes into sukun. Why? Again, nahu. Why does it change? So qawa'id, they're principles. You will learn these principles, why this is a sukun, why this has changed from a dhamma to a sukun. So the qawa'id, we use these qawa'id, yu'lamu biha, in order for us to be aware of, to have knowledge of ahwal. Ahwal means kasra, or dhamma, or fatha, or sukun, or hadf, وإلى, and there's more. Okay? So يعلم بها أحوال, the situation at the end of words. أواخر الكلمة, at the end of words. Not at the beginning, not in the middle, but at the end of words. Okay? هذا هو النحو. Any questions so far? Are you all with me?
You also add like the yeah in front of that, so how come we're only looking at the last one?
Because this is the main thing we're looking at. This ya here, that's not, it can change to alif nun ya ta. This يعني, we're looking at the al-aghlab. يعني, yes, you can put a ya there and an alif there and a dal there, but that's part of the word. This ya is part of the word. Yadhabu is a word in and of itself. So we're not looking at the ya and the alif and the nun. We're looking at this here. Okay? That's what nahu looks at. The definition of nahu is that it looks at the end of the words. Yes, this can change from a alif nun ya to ta as well. Okay, but this is part of the meaning has changed. So if you say yadhabu, it's different to nadhabu, it's different to adhabu, it's different to tadhabu. So the meaning has changed. So that's more of a change in meaning. Okay? Whereas here, this is a change in the actual haraka. Okay? So that's why we're looking at this. Any other questions? Everyone okay so far? Good. So al-kalamu, okay, موضوع النحو looks at the words. Okay, it doesn't look at sentences. Okay, it doesn't look at sentences, it looks at the word itself. Al-kalam, يبحث عن الكلام أو الكلم. Okay, so al-kalamu, okay, هو ينقسم إلى الاسم والفعل والحرف. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, inshallah, is draw an outline of nahu, the whole of nahu. So this is like an outline of the whole of النحو, inshallah. So الكلام ينقسم إلى اسم وفعل وحرف. And then, if you have a ism and a fi'l and a harf, okay, you get a jumla. Okay, you can have a jumla with an ism and a fi'l without a harf, but the general rule is that if you have a ism, a fi'l and a harf, you have a jumla. And الجملة تنقسم إلى قسمين, جملة اسمية وجملة فعلية. جملة اسمية وجملة فعلية. Okay? And الجملة الاسمية تنقسم إلى قسمين, مبتدأ وخبر. Okay? And الجملة الفعلية تنقسم إلى قسمين, فعل وفاعل. So in a nutshell, باختصار شديد, هذا هو النحو. Okay, so in نحو إن شاء الله تعالى we will learn الاسم. What is an اسم? الفعل, علامات الاسم, علامات الفعل, أقسام الفعل, الحرف. We'll learn the different types of حروف, and then we will learn الجمل الاسمية. We will learn الجمل الفعلية, and we will learn the different types of الجمل الاسمية from منها المبتدأ والخبر. And we learn the different types of الجمل الفعلية. الجملة الفعلية تتكون من فعل وفاعل. So الجملة الفعلية consists of a فعل and a فاعل. So this is just for you to have a broad picture of النحو. Now, it's not being recorded. طيب. طيب. Okay, I'm going to أمسح هذا. طيب. So inshallah, the first few lessons, we're just going to be learning the qawa'id. What I want from you is to learn the principles. Okay, just learn the principles. As for implementing them and applying them, we will do that after, inshallah, we have, in lesson 7 or 8, inshallah, we'll try and implement this. We'll read something and we will do i'rab and implement it. I'll get you to give me sentences, jumal, and we will correct each other's mistakes, inshallah. Okay? But firstly, I just need you to know these qawa'id, know these principles. Okay? And the beauty of Ajroomiyah, this book, is that you have all of the principles in one place. Okay, now I know some of you prefer, or you may prefer مثلا العربية بين يديك or the Medina books, and وفي كل خير, there's khair in all of them. But the reason, in my opinion, the reason why I've chosen this book is because أولا, this is the book of the ulama, and this is the book of the scholars. Everywhere you go, and the ulama, when they teach the Arabic language, they begin with ماذا? They begin with Ajroomiyah. That's the first book that they begin with. Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala, and other than Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen in Al-Haram Masjid al-Nabawi. This is the book that the scholars teach. Yes, Al-Arabiya Bayna Yadayk and Medina book, as they say, is more user-friendly in the sense that you have hiwar and you have nice little drawings and pictures. It makes you feel happy inside. But this Ajroomiyah, you have all of the qawa'id and all of the principles in one place. Whereas in Al-Arabiya Bayna Yadayk and what's the other one, Medina books, you have all of the principles scattered everywhere. So you don't learn all of the principles in one go. They teach you one principle, and then there's implementation and hiwar, and then you move on to the second principle, and then this is the general gist of those books. And there's nothing wrong with that. But Al-Ajroomiyah, this is the choice of the ulama, this is the choice of the scholars. Bi-idhnillah ta'ala, if you learn all of these qawa'id and all of these principles, yes, it will take time for you to apply this in your everyday speech, but at least you will know these principles. You've memorized these principles, especially if you can memorize the nathr of Ajroomiyah or the shi'r of the book, the poetry of Al-Imriti, for example. If you can memorize that along with understanding it, then هذا خير على خير. Okay, so do not be daunted. Some people are daunted when they look at Ajroomiyah or when they try and read Ajroomiyah and everything is there, and they feel daunted or they feel overwhelmed or they feel afraid. That you shouldn't feel afraid, but you should feel, yes, it's a bit hard, it is a bit daunting, but as Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala used to say, Nahu is like it's like a castle, okay? It's like a castle made of steel, yeah? And inside you have candy and you have sugar and you have halawa, Once you enter, inshallah, then you have access to all of these halawa and all of this candy. And this halawa is عبارة عن فهم القرآن والسنة. It's basically understanding the Quran and the Sunnah. So we're going to be doing these qawa'id and these principles and learning them, okay? And all I need from you is to memorize these qawa'id and know what they are. That's all you have to do. The implementation, inshallah, if we get time in the lesson to try and apply them with sentences, سنفعل, فعلنا inshallah. If not, the implementation, we will dedicate the implementation and application of these principles to a series of other lessons, inshallah. Okay? So the next issue or mas'ala is ما هو الكلام Al-kalam again. So ما هو al-kalam? So al-kalam is al-lafzu al-murakkabu al-mufidu bil-wad'i. Okay, so al-kalam, okay, al-lafzu al-murakkabu al-mufidu bil-wad'i. Who's going to repeat this for us? No. Someone else, some brothers. No. Anyone else? Practice, brothers. Someone else. No. Anyone else? Who wants to have a go? نعم أخي. Okay, good sisters. Does anyone want to have a go? Anyone else from the sisters? Jade. Anyone else? Who wants to have a go? Al-kalamu huwa al-lafzu al-murakkabu al-mufidu bil-wad'i. Who can do it without looking at the board from your memory? نعم Mustafa. Ahsant. Simple. Memorize it. Memorize it from here, from the board. So you don't have to do it when you're at home. Okay? So al-kalamu huwa al-lafzu al-murakkabu al-mufidu bil-wad'i. So now, inshallah, سنشرح كل كلمة من هذا التعريف. Okay, بإذن الله we will explain every word, okay, in this تعريف. So اللفظ, I know you like colors, so I'm going to change the color inshallah, so that it resembles the Medina books. اللفظ اللفظ هو صوت مشتمل على بعض الحروف. Okay, so اللفظ means it means pronunciation, utterance. Okay, so اللفظ هو صوت, it's a sound that contains letters. Okay, so the sound that you hear from birds, tweeting of birds, is it laf? No, it's not. Okay, so it's a sound that you hear. It's a sound that contains letters. It has to contain letters. Okay, it has to contain letters. If it does not contain letters, it's not considered a laf. So this helps you even in fiqh, inshallah. In later on, بإذن الله تعالى, once you there are مسائل تنبني على هذه. There are issues that are based on this. You know, so اللفظ, it has to contain huruf, it has to contain letters. If it does not contain letters, it's not considered to be a laf. Okay? It's not considered to be and if it's not a laf, then it's not kalam. Okay? The next word is al-murakkabu. Al-murakkabu ay min kalimatayni فأكثر. Okay, al-murakkabu min kalimatayni فأكثر. Al-murakkab means anything, it has to have two or more words. Okay, there has to be two or more words. So مثلا ذهب خالد. Okay, ذهب خالد is considered kalam. صح? So far it's considered kalam. We haven't got to al-mufidu bil-wad'i yet. So far ذهب خالد. Let me put ذهب خالد here. ذهب خالد. Okay? It's considered what about قم? If I say قم. قم. Is this considered كلام? متأكدون?
It can be, but from this definition, no.
Are you sure?
So far, no. According to what we're going by. Yeah.
Okay. قم is actually كلام. Why? Because هناك شيء محذوف. There's something that's been omitted. تقديره أنت. قم, stand. Because obviously you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to someone in front of you. So you said to him, قم, stand. But anyway, we'll get to that. That's not, inshallah. So far, your understanding is correct, so it has to contain more than one word. المفيد أي يحسن السكوت عليه. يحسن السكوت عليه. Okay? So المفيد أي يحسن السكوت عليه. It means that it has to be the kalam, yani you have to stop at a place in which a suitable place. You have to stop at a suitable place, meaning that it has to make sense. Okay, it means it has to make sense. Okay, يحسن السكوت عليه, it means it has to make sense. Okay, so اللفظ المركب المفيد بالوضع. الوضع means اللفظ مطابق للمعنى. So it means that the word that you're using, the word that you're using, مطابق للمعنى, must you have to use it in the correct context, or you have to use it with a meaning or with a context that makes sense. Do you understand? So I'll give you an example. مثلا the Mu'tazila, okay, they said that Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arsh istawa means istawla. So they said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Ar-Rahmanu, Allah Ar-Rahman, ala al-Arsh istawa, he rose above the throne. Okay, the Mu'tazila, they said istawa here means istawla, and in the Arabic language the word istawla means ay qahara, he overpowered. Do you understand? So they've changed the meaning of istawa to istawla. So the word, the lafz that they've used, غير مطابق للمعنى. Istawa does not mean istawla in anywhere in the Arabic language. Okay, in the dictionaries of the Arabic language, there is nothing in the Arabic language which makes istawa بمعنى istawla. Okay, so اللفظ الذي استخدموه غير مطابق للمعنى. The lafz and the word that they used is in the wrong context. Do you understand? Also, it has to be this also means that it has to be in Arabic language. So according to Arabic grammarians and nahwiyun, anything that's not in the Arabic language is not considered to be kalam. English, Urdu, Somali, French, German, whatever, it's not considered to be kalam. Because why? Because it's not in the Arabic language. Okay? طيب. نعم. نعم. تفضل. I think what you should all do is set up a group or something, and then and just post the pictures there, inshallah. Maybe one person, you just delegate one person to do it. طيب. So اللفظ, sisters, ما هو اللفظ؟ Okay, ما معنى هذا؟ نعم. Sound that contains some letters. Good. اللفظ المركب, brothers. ما هو المركب؟
من كلمتين أو
Okay, من كلمة. ما معنى هذا؟ It has to contain 2 or more words. Okay? And المفيد sisters ما معنى المفيد؟ إيش معنى هذا؟ جيد. Brothers الوضع ما معنى الوضع؟ ما معنى هذا؟
That the word is used in its right context.
نعم. So that the word is used in its correct context. Good. نعم. And it also has to be in Arabic. Good. So مثلا example of al-kalam is if we say, for example, ذهب خالد. So on its own, okay, on its own, without someone asking you أين خالد, okay, you just say ذهب خالد. هل هذا كلام؟ لا. لماذا? Which شرط is it missing? Which condition is it missing? ليس مفيد. نعم. So لا يحسن السكوت عليه. It's not a suitable place to stop. The person is waiting for you to say something. ذهب خالد. وإيش؟ ذهب خالد وين ذهب? So you have to say ذهب خالد إلى المسجد. ذهب خالد إلى المطعم لأنه كان إيش؟ جوعان. طيب. So ذهب خالد. So that's wrong. Okay. What if I say to you, if I say, جلس الولد على الكرسي. Is there anything wrong with this? No. Because all of the conditions are met. If you look at the sentence jalasa, obviously it's a laf, okay, it contains letters, and it's more than one word. يحسن السكوت على. And I've stopped at a place that's a suitable place. Al-kursi, the boy sat on the chair, and اللفظ مطابق للمعنى. The meaning is correct. There's nothing wrong with the meaning. جلس الولد على الكرسي. Okay, chair. Okay. Now, any questions so far? Good. Okay, one more example I forgot to mention is if someone changes the meaning of a word. So, for example, if I say ذهب خالد إلى المسجد. Oh no, not ذهب, sorry. عفوا. نام. نام خالد إلى المسجد. And I say to you, the meaning of nama, I have decided that nama means ذهب. I do what the Mu'tazila do, and I change the meaning of nama, and I say خلاص. I've decided in my own personal dictionary, nama means ذهب, يعني ذهب. هل هذا كلام؟ No, that's not كلام, that's خطأ. Okay. لا هذا غباء ليس لحن. That's worse than لحن. طيب. So next مسألة is أقسام الكلام. So again, ما هو تعريف الكلام؟ اللفظ المركب المفيد للوضع. Okay. And sisters, ما هو اللفظ؟ صوت مشتمل على بعض الحروف. Brothers, ما هو المركب؟ من كلمتين فأكثر. Sisters, المفيد، إيش معنى المفيد؟ يحسن السكوت عليه. Brothers, الوضع، ما معنى الوضع؟ اللفظ طابق للمعنى. Okay, اللفظ So if you are having difficulty and you find it hard to, to memorize these definitions in the Arabic language, what should you do? Should you just give up and khalas, I'm never coming back again, I want my Medina book and my Arabiya bayna yadayk? What should you do if you can't memorize in Arabic? Naam.
Learn the meaning in English.
Hassan, just learn it in English. You don't have to learn it in Arabic. This isn't wahyun yutla. You know, this is, you can play around as long as you know what it means to you. That's the main thing, inshallah. It's not, you don't have to memorize these ta'arif word for word, although it's obviously better, but you don't have to. As long as you can make sense of it in your head, yakfi, inshallah. So learn it in English. If you can't learn it in Arabic, learn it in English and understand it, inshallah. أقسام الكلام. Okay. الكلام ينقسم إلى اسم وفعل وحرف. اسم وفعل وحرف جاء لمعنى. Okay. So الكلام consists of nouns, verbs, and huruf or letters. Okay? So what is an ism? But what's the ما دل على معنى بنفسه ولم يقترن بزمن. Okay, sisters, what does that mean? ما دل على معنى بنفسه ولم يقترن بزمن. ما معنى هذا؟ أحسنت. It doesn't, there's no time, it doesn't, it's timeless. A noun basically is timeless. So if you say qalamun, do you mean the present, the past, or the future? It's timeless. If you say tawilatun, what do you mean? What do you mean? The present, past, future? It doesn't matter. So a noun is something that's timeless. That's all you need to remember. Okay? If you don't know, إذا ما فهمت دندنتنا, okay, if you did not understand what we said, all you have to know is that a noun is something that is timeless, whereas a verb, okay, indicates to time. Okay, so a verb, we will learn later on, inshallah, indicates to time, either present, past, or future. Okay, so ism. So the next issue is ما هي علامات الاسم. So everything has a sign that indicates to it. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created you, He gave you a face. صح? And He gave you specific characteristics that are specific to you. These are the signs. And then your mother and your father gave you a name. صح? To further distinguish you from other people. So the ism is no different to you. Okay? Ism has signs, alamat. What are these signs? ما هي علامات الاسم? Meaning, if ever you see these alamat, you know that this is an ism. If you see these signs, we know that this is an ism. Just like if we see you, we know, oh, this is Mustafa, this is Abdullah, this is Ahmed, وهكذا. نعم. Sorry? No. Do you have a question? No. طيب. So العلامات, علامات الاسم هي واحد الخفض. Okay? 2 التنوين. 3 حروف الجر. 4 دخول الألف واللام. So the signs of a noun is that it has to accept al-khafd. Okay? In شئت قلت الجر. If you wish, you can say al-jar also. Both, there's no difference. عند البصريين and عند الكوفيين. The Basriyin prefer khafd, the Kufiyin prefer jar. Okay? So al-khafd it accepts a kasra. Okay? So we will learn that there are more than, يعني علامات الخفض consists of more than a kasra. But for the purpose of this explanation, all you need to know, inshallah, is that علامات الاسم منها الخفض. And al-khafd is kasra. So it has to contain if ever you see a word, let's say here we put, let's say, qalam. Let's say you don't know what qalam means. This is the first time you're being introduced to the word qalam. First time, okay? And you see a kasra there, because there's something there, okay? You see a kasra there, okay? You know that it is a ism because of mada? The kasra, because of the kasra. Qalami, there's a kasra there. So al-khafd, that's the first sign. It also has to accept a tanween. Tanween such as mada? An, in, un. Okay? So tanween, like for example, in, or an, or un. So if you see a word that has a tanween at the end, then you know that this word is a ism.